Hi guys, we're going to review the vertebrae here, and I'm going to point out key differences between them to help you distinguish which are which on our quiz or our practical. First off, we're going to start off with talking about the cervical vertebrae. The first and second cervical vertebrae have individual names. Okay, so cervical consists of the first 7 vertebrae. Number 1, its name is the atlas. So this is the atlas, and this is, I'm going to start off with the different features. Okay, so a key feature of all of these is the vertebral foramen, located here in the center. Okay, on the sides here, you have the transverse foramen. All right, so vertebral foramen, transverse foramen, and then you have the transverse process. Okay, so this one's name is the atlas, and if this is sitting out on the desk for a quiz, you should be able to tell me its name and its features. Next, the cervical 2 is named the axis. This is it. Okay, and it has a few other features. So starting up here, we have the spinous process. Then we have the vertebral foramen. Transverse process is here. Number 7 is the transverse foramen. Difficult to see, but here it is. The body down here. Or really right here, the body. Okay. And this one is the axis. You should be able to tell me that if this one is sitting on your desk. Next, we will move to the other cervical vertebrae, look like this. Okay, so we have the spinous process, vertebral foramen, the superior articular process, the inferior articular process is here. Well, it's here. Okay, number 4 is the transverse process. Transverse foramen. And the body. Okay. Next, we have the thoracic vertebrae. A side view looks like a giraffe. All right, lateral view. Okay, and now a superior view. This is the body, so as we progress downward in the spine, the body is going to get bigger because there is more pressure that it has to endure, especially by the time we get to the lumbar vertebrae. This is the vertebral foramen. There are no transverse foramen in these. They're only located in the cervical. So if you have 3 foramen, you're going to know that it is a cervical. This is a thoracic though, so let's continue on. So if you could identify the spinous process here. All right, we have the transverse process. You do not have to know the costal facet of the rib, okay, which is over here. The vertebral foramen, you should know that. Number 5 is the superior articular process. I'm not going to ask you that. And the body. So if you could know the body, spinous process, vertebral foramen, that would be great. And be able to identify this as a thoracic vertebrae. Lastly, we have the lumbar. Side view or lateral view looks like a moose, in my opinion. Superior view, we have the body, vertebral foramen, spinous process. This one has a better view of the superior articular process here, and then the transverse process. Be able to identify the body, vertebral foramen, spinous process, and tell me the name of the vertebrae. In this case, it is the lumbar. The body on this one, compared to others, is significantly bigger. And again, on our cervical, we have 3 foramen compared to the others where we only have 1. Okay, that's it for the vertebrae. Happy studying.